Don't you let nobody turn you around, turn you around, turn you around. Don't you let nobody turn you around. Keep on the King's highway. Don't you let no mean person turn. Don't you let no ignorant person. Don't you let no crook. Don't you let nobody turn you around. Turn you around. Somebody gave that as a suggestion to Reverend Cecil Williams over 40 years ago. He was appointed to Glide Memorial Methodist Church out of Texas. He came to San Francisco, I think expecting a Texas church, maybe even a black Texas. He found himself in the Tenderloin in San Francisco, in Glide, and there were about 6 people in the church when he got there for service on Sunday. They were not only white, they were old. And he said the whole congregation were wrapped up in one shawl. And when he went out and saw what he had inherited, something told him, don't you let nobody turn you around. In the meantime, in San Francisco, in the Tenderloin, there were people who had decided that they found the one way, the true way, and they could call all others false. Some of them were druggers. Some of them were various desirous of positions that I don't even want to call tonight. Cecil Williams went to the bars, the joints. He met up with some of the ladies of the evening. And he said, don't you let nobody. And he said, yes, why don't you come to Glide? Bring yourself and your group to Glide. And name yourself the Coyotes. And we got a place for you at Glide. He said to a number of people who thought they were politically astute, he said, you're talking about Mao Zedong's little red book. I got a black book. Why don't you come to Glide and let's listen to see what was in the little black book. Let's see what Christianity has for us if we practice it. Not just if we say we do, but I mean if we really practice it. Suppose you bring the Asians, the Shintoists and Buddhists. Suppose you come with Confucianism. Come to Glide, let's see what we got. You're Baptist? Okay, come, let's see. Don't you let nobody. Within about a year, there were people straggling into Glide, wondering, how did I get here? And what am I doing here? I was one of those. I was a tall, 6 foot tall, black even then. Female writer, and I came to Glide, and I liked what I heard. There were some barrio people, and gave me a chance to speak my Spanish, my Mexican Spanish, and I got a chance to meet some lesbians and some gay guys, and I got a chance to meet some people who were absolutely square. I mean, really. Some little old white women and little old white men from the avenues. I got a chance to meet all sorts of people, some Asian Spanish speaking. And we found ourselves enjoined. We found ourselves listening collectively to a man who meant us the best that we could be. He suggested that actually human beings were more alike than we were unalike. wait a minute. I mean, I knew some part of that, but does that mean that I and the Ku Klux Klan are one? Cecil Williams said, you're a child of God. And the Ku Klux Klanners are also, whether they know it or not. And it is upon you to know it. Whatever they do, you're supposed to know that we are all children of God. That's a heavy weight. When sometimes you'd rather have the grudge. It's easier. And then I began to look at the choir. The choir was comprised of gays and straights, and blacks and whites and Asians and Spanish speaking, some fat people and some thin, some pretty and plain. I saw some transvestites. I saw people would come to church on Sunday and stay all week. So I thought, well, that looks like a good idea. So I would come down to Glide and hang around and be a part of the people who got a chance to feed somebody and to be fed and to realize that nobody was above me and nobody was below me. And when Cecil saw his way clear, and the Lord put Janice Midikitani in his path, he said, hello. So did she, hello. And to see the poet and the preacher, and see what they had to bring to San Francisco and California, and to what James Baldwin called these yet-to-be United States. What Glide Memorial had to bring through these big hearts and big brains to the world. It's no surprise that the movie In Pursuit of Happiness, it's no surprise that men and women, famous and some infamous, have found themselves at Glide Memorial. It is to be appreciated that the Opera House War Memorial, that we are being together here, all of us, whoever we are, we're together under the wonderful welcome of Glide. I think sometimes, I'm not sure about cloning. You know, I've just seen the sheep and things like that. But I think if I really was in favor of cloning, I'd probably like to see Cecil Williams cloned first. I am sincerely convinced that we are a people, that we are human beings, and nothing human can be alien to us. I'm convinced of that. And so when I see the good thing done, I want to claim it. And when I see the bad thing done, I want to change it. I believe indefinitely that when you get, give, and when you learn, teach. I don't know, there may be a way to be more profound than that, but I'm not sure. I have learned that, and I'm in the process of learning as I'm doing my 81-itis right now. And if I live till next year, I'll be doing 82-itis. I have come here to say thank you to Cecil Williams. Thank you to God first, to Cecil Williams as I see God in him. To thank you to Janice Midikitani as I see God in her. I come to say thank you to all the volunteers who bring their heart and their art to help us. I have a particular thanks to Reedy, who has not changed anything but last week's socks. I have a particular thanks to Reedy, to the men and women, to the priests and preachers, the rabbis, the imams. I thank God for all of you. And I thank you, Cecil Williams. And don't you let nobody turn you around, turn you around, turn you around. Don't you let nobody turn you. I thank you.
Thank you, Mike.